Hello everybody, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I don't know, what an amazing day, an amazing weekend. I have a lot to talk to you guys about. I think I came on here last Wednesday, and I was planning on coming back here on Friday. Because, I like to stay consistent with my lives, but I ended up getting the best surprise ever on Thursday night, and it was so amazing. I feel like I have so much to talk to you guys about because there has been so much really cool, amazing stuff that's been happening. I don't know where to begin, but one thing, whenever you get on here, please say hi. Let me know that you're watching. If you watch the replay, #replay. And if you share this, please comment that you shared it below so I can thank you for doing that. Because it really helps me grow my network, and depending on what your settings are, I might not be able to see who shared, and I really want to be able to thank you. So, I have got my chicory coffee with me, which I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised how much I like this. I'm like a true ride or die Starbucks girl, and I just love iced black coffee, but it's been making me feel really funny lately. For a long time, and it's not great when you're trying to balance out your hormones. So hey Teresa. So I'd been backing off, and I'd been only drinking my chicory, and I do put a little bit of a protein shake in it, and then I top it off with chocolate almond milk. And I think Saturday morning the girls and I went and got Starbucks. I didn't even think to take my chicory coffee with me. I was just too excited, and I decided to just get a black iced coffee. Hi Jennifer. And I just felt like garbage from drinking that. I was so excited to get home yesterday and drink my chicory coffee. You're so impressed. I am too, Teresa. I was like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't really have super high expectations for the coffee. I don't know why. I'm not a huge coffee fanatic. Maybe that's why, but I love the chicory coffee. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about before I get too into sharing all the goodies is, sustainability and how important it is to build something that's sustainable. And, I feel like as humans, we're so set on this mindset of feeling like we have to have instant gratification. And, especially, I can always relate this back to business because that's what I do. And I talk to my team, and I have definitely been, especially when I first started, you start this business and it's like, oh, you take this leap of faith. It's so scary. You do it. And it's like you put yourself out there for the very first time and you're so excited, and then something doesn't happen right away. And you're then you start comparing yourself to the girl that you signed up with, or the teammates that, are around you, and the girls that you see online, and you see all the success that they're having. And you get down on yourself because you didn't get that instant gratification that you feel like you need. And, it's just about never comparing your story, your beginning, to someone else's middle. And I think about that so much because, that I've been in the industry for 4 years now, and this is now my main source of income. This is how I contribute to my family. It's how I pay the bills. It's how I buy groceries. This is it for us. And I left where I was comfortable last year. It's been a whole year now, and told myself that I had to do this to make it work for my family. And if it didn't, then, then I just looked at it as, God wanted me to be somewhere else. But right now, I really feel in my heart that I'm meant to be home with my babies. So I did something that was big and scary to make it work for myself. And, I'm not shy about talking about my paychecks because obviously I need paychecks to be able to stay home with my kids. And they instantly start growing. Last June, when I first joined pharmacy, I started making the biggest paychecks that I never made that type of money from my last company. And I got paid on Saturday. And last week I'd put in my stories, I was doing a poll because it's just fun to look back. And in April, I had earned the highest paycheck that I'd ever earned in this industry as a whole. And then May, I beat that paycheck. And then I knew I would have a few days before I got June's paycheck. And I got paid on Saturday. And it just, it's so incredibly amazing, like how beautiful it is to just follow your heart and follow your dreams, no matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. If someone else thinks that what you're doing is crazy, you'll never make it. Like, I'm doing it, you guys, and I have the paycheck that I got on Saturday was like, it was pretty freaking amazing. I'll just say that. And I know I cry every time I get on here and talk about the pay that pharmacy brings me, but it's because it's the real deal. It is so amazing. And I am just beyond blessed, but I just keep feeling like I'm doing it. Like anything that I've been trying to get out of this industry, like it's happening. It's happening right now because of what I've done for myself over the years, and you know, moved when I felt the need to move. And even if it's scary, like, you have to make those moves. And same thing in the corporate world, you know, with the corporate world, my first, like, you know, big girl job, I loved it at first, and then I just got to the point where I felt miserable, like it wasn't suiting me anymore as a human. And that matters. Like, your happiness matters. Your happiness on this earth is it matters so much more than we give ourselves credit for. So I've been in that spot in the corporate world where you don't really want to leave somewhere because what are other people going to say about me? You know, people are going to talk crap about me. What are, you know, so-and-so is going to say this, or they're going to think that. Maybe I should just stay where I am. It's like, no, like, you are literally miserable right now where you are. You're not going to stay there. You're going to get up and you're going to move, because that's what's going to make you happy, and that is what is going to open up so many doors around you that you can't even begin to imagine right now. I just, oh my gosh, it's so incredible. And then something as simple, you know, with YouTube. I know I don't talk to you guys a lot about YouTube, but I do have a YouTube channel. And every time that I put content, like a live video right here on Facebook, guess where that goes? Straight to YouTube, straight to my YouTube channel. I don't have fancy content over there, but I still do it just so I can dabble around and kind of get my feet in the water, like get my name over there, because I feel like in this industry, it's smart to have other avenues to work your business. You know, what if one day we woke up and Facebook is gone? Right? You know, I'm not the only person in this industry who can relate to that. So I like just putting my content. I don't overthink things. I don't beat myself up and think, oh, well, I really should have better content over there because, you know, so-and-so's looks amazing. So-and-so has like a welcome video and commercials and an ending, and I really should up it. But I just do what I can with what I have, okay? And just had someone reach out to me. It was funny because I was on the road super, super early yesterday morning, and when I came home, I had a Facebook message from someone that, guess what, she found me on YouTube on these little generic lives, and she's on my team now. She just signed up last night. She is in Minnesota. She's in Minnesota, so, you know, I am proof. I feel like I'm pretty, you know, good, positive to say, like, I'm proof right now that you need to follow your dreams. You need to do whatever makes you happy. Not what makes your coworker happy, not what makes your best friend happy, not what makes your mom happy. Like, what makes you happy in this moment? Like, that's what you need to go do and follow your heart. Because I'm living proof that doing that pays off, and it is paying off for my family, and it's pretty amazing. But I'm going to tell you what I just put on my face real quick before I tell you about our amazing weekend. Teresa says, I've tried many other companies' coffee. Oh, really? And they're not even drinkable. That is really good to know. That's really good to know. Thank you for sharing that, Teresa, because I have not tried other companies' coffee. Oh, thanks, Shemaya. I didn't even know you were on here. Thank you so much. It's like, I've just been emotional since Thursday. Okay. But anyways, this is what I put on my face. This is the CC cream. It's one of our newest products. It's a VFX Pro CC cream. So this one's going to balance your redness. That's what I just put on first. And then I'm just going to keep my makeup super light today, and I'm going to put on CC Color Corrector Cream. So this is it's obviously very moisturizing, but it's going to give me more color to my face. And I'm just keeping it light because a part of me, I have you know, Coco's occupied right now, and I really, really want to mow the grass before it starts raining again. I swear, Florida grass is so frustrating. It grows so incredibly fast. It's like you mow it and you feel so proud and accomplished that you mowed the grass, and then you turn around and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like up to my ankles again. That's how it feels, especially in the summertime with all the rain that we get. Okay, so, you know, last week, you guys, we have to talk about this. My husband, if you know my husband, you need to text him or message him and say, good for you. Like, good job. Because he deserves that right now. You know, it was just any other day last week. I talked to Sarah and Nikki, are my girlfriends that came down to visit. We've been friends since high school. Sarah and Nikki even longer than that, because they pretty much grew up together. I moved there to their school my junior year of high school, and they've just, you know, we are lifelong friends. We've just pretty much been inseparable. We've always been connected one way or another. And we have a group chat, like we talk every week. And I had even had messages from them that morning, Thursday morning, and I actually didn't respond. I just never said anything in the chat yet, just because, I think I was on my period last week, and I just wanted to chill and cuddle with Coco. Django was at a friend's house, and it was just such a relaxing day. And, you know, I worked on my business a little, but it was mainly just me and Coco just chilling on the couch, cuddling together. And she gets in her moods where she'll cuddle you, so don't let her fool you. And I had even called Very at one point, or I texted him. Did I text him first? No, I called him first. And, oh, thanks for sharing, Teresa. I love you. I called him first just to see. I wanted to see if it was raining beachside, because that's where he works. He works beachside. I said, is it raining over there? And are you almost done? Because I was getting hungry and I wanted to eat dinner with him if he was almost done. I normally don't wait. I'm greedy. And he didn't answer. Or yeah, I called him, he didn't answer, so that's what I texted him, and all he said was yes and yes. And then I was talking to my brother on the phone, and I said, well, I need to get off here because Django just got here. They just pulled in. His little friend he was with, they're actually our friends from Texas, so they had pulled in to drop Django off. And I went out so I could talk to them before they were leaving. And I just said, well, Very should be home pretty soon. And I feel like maybe a minute, I look over and they had their truck parked in our driveway, the friends that were dropping Django off. So I couldn't really like see his car very well, but I could tell the top of it. And I said, oh, there he is. And at that time I had walked over into the grass, to get Coco, because she definitely likes to wander, be by herself. And I walked over to get her, and I literally like just picked her up and turned around, and I'm just expecting, you know, to say hi to Very, and it's Sarah and Nikki standing there, and I just lost it. I just started bawling. I'll probably cry again thinking about it. I was just so excited. It was completely unexpected. The three of them had already had everything planned. And so I felt like Django knew as well. My mom knew. I'm like so impressed that she kept that secret for me, because if you know my mom, and you know, especially if she's with me, like we love to share all secrets together. She kept that for me, and she's known since May. So I was very impressed with that. But gosh, I felt like I just stood there and cried forever. They came over and hugged me, and I'm still just crying. I'm like, I can't believe this is real right now. Like, what are you doing here? What happened? I did. I could not stop crying. I was so excited, and it was just so unexpected. I think that's what really threw me off, was normally I know everything that's going on, and I'm a planner, and I had no idea. Like, they were in my yard hugging me. So it was so amazing. And then Nikki was like, this isn't the most exciting part. She's like, we have something else. My husband had an Airbnb planned for us. So they stayed the night at my house Thursday night, which was so much fun because, you know, it was just completely chill that night because they were so tired from traveling, and Django loved it. They both took turns playing Nintendo games with Django, and we were up probably till 10 that night, which doesn't sound late, but I feel like it is late to us. um, it was just so much fun. We went and picked up dinner and brought it back to the house to eat because they were starving, and I was already starving. I was just anticipating just Barry coming home. It was so incredible. So they stayed with me Thursday night, and then Friday we got up. We went and got breakfast and brought it back here from this little, like, one of our, if you're local and you have not been to O Biscuit yet, oh my gosh, you guys need to go support all local businesses, especially right now, because they're all hurting so bad, and O Biscuit is just incredible. It's so amazing. The owners are phenomenal. Their food is, like, my mouth is drooling just thinking about it. They have the best grits ever. So we went and picked up food from them and brought that back home and ate. I think we all showered and got ready. We went and got pedicures, and while we were getting pedicures, the person from the Airbnb texted me because Barry had given her my number to communicate with, and said that our Airbnb was ready. So we came back home and got our bags and went to our Airbnb, hung out on the beach Friday evening, went and got seafood. They really wanted to get seafood, so I took them and got them seafood for dinner. We were just a couple like houses down from a beach bar, so we did go there for a drink on Friday until the storm started rolling in. And that was fun. It was just so much fun. Like, I see Sarah more often because she still lives in Ohio. So anytime I go home, you know, I get to see Sarah. And then she is the friend that was just down here in June. So I got to see her when she was with her family too. But we have not, the three of us, we have not been together like that. Man, it's been like 4 years probably. And even that was just, you know, like going to dinner or like a quick hangout. We haven't like spent time like that together in years, and it was just so much has happened. You know, life happens, and so much life has definitely happened. And it was just so good to finally be together with them after, you know, so much had happened. And so Saturday we got up at like 6 something, a little after 6, so we could go sit on the beach and watch the sunrise, which is one of my favorite things to do. And it was even more amazing to have your girlfriends there with you. Went and got some coffee from, that's when we got the Starbucks. I'm like, I really can't do it anymore. I couldn't even finish my small. And we did that, and then we really wanted to get on kayaks, so we looked up some kayak rentals and found one in Melbourne Beach. Again, if you're local, I'm curious to know if you've ever heard of Honest John's. It was called Honest John's Fish Camp, and I think originally we were going to try to go to like just a generic named place that was like something kayak rental, like something kind of boring, but I'm like, let's just go to Honest John's because it sounds fun. So we went there and got there just in time. It kind of worked out for us to hop on a guided or a boat tour, like a nature boat tour, I guess. And that was really cool because it was a smaller boat, so not many people could be on there. And man, that it really worked out perfect. We were on there with just 3 other women. The tour guide for that boat, his name was Clark. He was so knowledgeable. Like, I learned so much about the river here that I never knew. It's really cool. So I'm already planning to take Django there for like, you know, a field trip because it was so educational, and I'm like, he would love that. And then so we got there originally for kayaks, and it just happened like the boat tour, only half the people showed up, so they're like, you can't get on here if you want. So we did that, and that was 2 hours. And after that, we left, went and grabbed a quick lunch, and then we went back to Honest John's and decided to kayak. And we did that for 2 hours, and I felt so bad it's like 55, 60 degrees year round. And Florida is like a death trap in the summer, especially in the afternoon. We went caught back on the kayaks a little after 1. And I felt so bad. I'm like, I was not even thinking of it being such a difference for her. Normally, we don't venture out in the afternoons in the summertime because it's just hot and miserable. But we were not thinking about it at all. We were just having fun and just wanted to keep doing things just to pack in more memories. And that was a lot of fun. Honestly, camp, little fish camp there was absolutely amazing. The prices were really, really good. I don't really know what all they offer, but if you're local, definitely check them out. It was, it was so fun being there. And he has a pig named Gator, so we got to bring Gator back our over lunch, took him back onion rings and fish nuggets. And that was fun. Nikki and Sarah fed Gator because he on his drum also has chickens, and I cannot. I'm not to that point yet, you guys. As soon as those chickens saw that the girls had food, I'm like, well, I'll stand back here and I'll be your photographer for a minute because I saw them. They just warmed them. And I really didn't want Gator's mouth on my hands. No, that was more for them. Definitely for Sarah. We did that. What else did we do? We tried to hang in our room. I got sunburned. That's why my face is more red. I was trying to come on here and cover up some redness. All of us got, well, Nikki and I tan a lot easier than Sarah. She just got completely burnt. And normally I have to apply sunscreen at least twice when out for that long, and I didn't care. I'm just like, we're in a kayak and I'm with my best friend, so I'll take getting burnt a little bit. I don't care. But we were still, our skin is so miserable. We kept lathering. We used almost, well, I have half of my aloe lotion left, and this is almost gone. We kept putting on lotion, and I'll use this as a lip balm. So much I lathered my skin in this again last night before bed, and I woke up like my skin doesn't feel like dry and tight anymore from being so red, but it's definitely color red. It's obviously still there. What else did we do? That's much it. We hung out at our place a lot after Saturday being on the water for 4 hours. It was a lot, something like that. We got dinner Saturday and just took it back to our Airbnb and ate at the beach. We were going to go out to eat Saturday night just for our last dinner together. We were all so miserable and red and just hot. Like, I don't feel like putting on anything decent, like no decent clothing that I would need to put on to go have like a fun fancy dinner. And nor do you want to show up to something like that just wearing your bathing suit cover up. So we were perfectly content staying in. It was so much fun. Like, man, I knew that I needed to see them. I did not know how bad I needed to see them until they were here. And I think I could still cry. It was just so amazing to be with them. I mean, even during last year, like with COVID, obviously no one really went out and did much, but I talked to those girls almost daily last year for the majority of the year. We were always checking in with one another. What, baby? Oh, well, Susie's sleeping, so I don't want you to wake her up. And so my husband was obviously home with the kids. I kept thinking, he's at least going to get a hold of my mother-in-law and, see if she can help him or something. And she called me this morning to ask me how my weekend was. She didn't even know that the surprise was being planned. And she was like, I didn't know that he was staying home with the kids. So, me either, girl. But I was so proud of him for doing that. Because he always has golf trips at least once or twice a year, it feels like. Which obviously, I'm home with the kids. I'm home with them every day anyways. And I never really think anything of it. When he's gone, it's just another day for me. Minus maybe those couple hours in the evening. And but he's never, I mean, he's definitely never been this long without me and just them. He did so good. I was so, like, I didn't even expect it. Not even the slightest. Not even, like, the girls never slipped up and said anything. Even Sarah, like, I went to see Sarah last month when she was with her parents in Fort Myers Beach, and she kept telling me, she's like, I feel so bad if you drive over because it's 3.5 hours. But to me, I said, I can easily drive 3.5 hours with the kids and, you know, make a day trip out of it, come back the next day if I want. I can do that for 10, 12 hours. You know, that's how long it would take for me to drive home, or it does take me to drive home. Like, my best friend's only 3 hours away. I'm going. And then she told me when she's here, she's like, I felt so bad because I knew I was going to see you. But I just couldn't say anything. So it was amazing. So amazing. I'll never put off seeing them that long ever again. So we're already, I know we'll get together again in what is this year? 2021. I know we'll get together again in 2022. And we're planning a family vacation for 2023, which will be a lot of fun. We're hoping to do a beach vacation with all of the kids, because that way Nikki is like, Coco will be a little bit older by then too, so it'll be easier with her. But man, I was just so excited. It was such a good weekend, and I really didn't want to be working my business. You know, I know normally if I have family in town, I always tell myself, you know, I'll work first and then I'll enjoy my time with people, but that's a surprise too good. I have to just soak up every bit of it. And I just kept getting, you know, on Friday when we were getting ready, even when we got to the Airbnb on Friday, I kept thinking about like all these things that we could do. It's like I was almost in like overdrive just with excitement, and then I just had this voice telling me to just slow down and enjoy the moment. Enjoy having your best friends in your home, like in your city, in your state. And I feel like when we truly appreciate what we have around us, that's how we get more. That's how we create more goodness around us, when we truly get to a place of just appreciation. And that's what I've been doing. Oh my gosh. That's all I've been able to think about, is just how much I appreciated them being here, and, you know, like the thought and the work they all put in behind it. It makes me feel really, really good and kind of puts things in perspective. But, you know, same thing with my business. Like I was saying when Scott on here, this isn't something that you can just get instant gratification from. And not even with this, but I think that it's so unhealthy for us as humans to have that mindset that we need that instant gratification. Like, I just don't think it's healthy, because I feel like when you want that instant gratification, you're not truly taking the time to appreciate what you have. You're not appreciating the small wins that are happening in your day-to-day life. You're not appreciating like the amount of work that you're actually putting into what it is that you're doing. And, you know, everyone always refers back to, like, you know, a garden. You're not going to plant seeds and then see them pop up the very next day. This is the exact same thing. And I've been doing this for 4 years now, and it's completely, I've grown a lot as a person, but I've been able to grow. I mean, growing as a person is really, I feel like, what has helped me the most, and just knowing what I want. A lot of times people get so, like, down on themselves because something didn't work out, or the way that I don't know, they are told that it should. But in reality, I feel like big picture, you have to look at things and be like, what did you want out of that? Like, what were you doing to make sure that that happened for you? Because it is so easy, especially in our society, to compare ourselves to others and compare ourselves to other people's journeys. And, you know, well, I shouldn't do this because that's not what this person's doing. Well, this person thinks network marketing is annoying, so I don't want to annoy that person. Who cares? When you truly are able to switch from scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset, you just learn to roll with things so much nicer and so much smoother. And it's like, okay, that person doesn't really like what I'm doing. That's okay. Like, it's not for them. It's not for everyone. But I'm going to keep moving this way because there's a world full of people who are into the same things that I'm into. And I'm going to find them by pursuing what it is that I'm doing, what it is that makes me happy in this whole journey that I'm on right now. That's how you start to connect with other people. That's how this girl from Minnesota found me yesterday and joined my team. Because I've been doing this for myself, out there, but other people don't. Because people want instant gratification. And that's not sustainable. It's not. And I love, there's definitely certain ranks that I would love to be, but I make myself truly appreciate the exact rank that I am right now, because if I didn't have the rank, like, you have to just truly get into a place of appreciation, and that's where journaling comes in for me, like, so handy. I love to journal. I love to just write down what feels good to me, and I love affirmations, and that's how I vibe. And you will, as you stay true to yourself and you keep going on the path that you're going on, regardless of what other people think you should or shouldn't be doing, like, that's when you find your people that you're meant to be connected with in this universe. The world is full of media at our fingertips, like, to do this. Like, it's so important to follow your heart and do what makes you happy, and just stop worrying about the unknown. And I felt such a peace, such, like, at peace with myself, and such a huge shift in myself over, definitely through this year, 2021, but I think even more so, like, the past few months, it's shifted even more to where I don't have it in me to worry about money like I used to. And even though my paychecks, they're not at my end goal yet, okay? And yeah, like, I just, they keep getting bigger every month because I'm doing what I'm doing every month. I never stop. I never quit on myself, no matter what anyone else thinks of what I do, because I know what's possible. I know right here in my heart what is possible. And I know with this new year that is here, and just the way that the world is changing, like, there are ways for me to be home with my babies without having to tend to a 9-to-5. And I know that so strongly that I'm following exactly the way that I feel like I should be. I move in a way that feels good to me, not in a way that feels good to others. The people that have joined my team so far this month, I have no idea. I've never met them in person, ever. The other, one's Minnesota and one is Nebraska. Places I've never been. Well, I guess I have been to Minnesota with Mom. Well, I don't know. Is that where Mall of America is? Maybe I haven't. And it's because I'm following my heart. I'm following my intuition. The exact same thing that I tell people that they need to be doing. But that's just what's on my heart this morning. And, whenever, just remember, like, when things start to get, I don't know, too much, or when you start to feel super anxious, just take a break from whatever it is that you're doing. Take a step back. Like, you don't have to be go 24/7. Close your computer, close your back, and just look at what's around you. Look at what's around you. Do you have little kids playing on the floor at your home? Like, what is it around you that genuinely makes me happy? It makes you happy. And I write in my journal a lot during those times. Or I get to the point now to where I'll just talk to myself. I talk to myself Friday evening when we were at the beach, just standing there, or sitting on the beach watching Nikki and Sarah, like, standing in the water. I'm like, life is so good right now. And that's how I've been feeling before I even knew that this surprise was happening. That's how I've been feeling, that life is just so beautiful right now. Like, there's something really big happening, and it's so powerful. And I feel that on such a deeper level. And so I take time to really appreciate what's happening, even when I don't know what it is. And I take time to appreciate what it is that I have in this moment right now. And that's when things get better. When you appreciate what you have, that's when you get more. You don't get more by just, I don't know, buying a bunch of just materialistic things. Like, I don't believe in stuff like that. Like, materialistic things only take you so far. They don't create internal happiness. And, there's nothing wrong with materialistic things, but what's really important is what's here, and that you take time to grow what's here. And stay true to yourself and follow what it is that feels good in here over anything else. So it's really good. But I hope you have a beautiful Monday, a beautiful day, and it's a really nice day. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And then if you need any help with pharmacy products, please message me and let me know. It's super easy to create a free customer account, and I'm more than happy to help you get that set up. And if you're interested in joining, like Stephanie and Naomi have,